Okay, welcome back today. I really appreciate everyone, those commenting, those sharing, and those subscribing to my channel. God will definitely bless you. So in today's video, I want to talk about something that I've received a lot of messages from people talking about it, because they know that I have a little bit experience, so I can actually talk about it, at least at this point. And that is what to look out for when planning or when thinking of getting married. What you should look out for in both partners, both male and female. What you should look out for. I've been married for about 8 years, and I think I have a little bit experience in marriage, and even before marriage, because I dated my wife before we married. So these tips I want to share in this video will help some people that wants to marry, or people that are planning to marry this year or next year, or that are thinking of marriage someday. So without wasting much of your time, when it comes to marriage, there are things you should look out for in a partner. Let me start with the male people. There are things as a lady, as a girl, you should look out for in a guy, in a man, before you start thinking of getting married to the person, before you start considering that guy in marriage. There are things you should look out for in a man. Number one is the fear of God. If a guy doesn't have the fear of God in him, trust me, he will make a good husband. There are husbands and there are guys, and husbands are few. People that are going to make good homes, good men, good guys, there are few. There are few of them. There are things you should look out for in a guy when you want to get married. A guy that does not fear the things of the Lord, a guy that does not fear God, a guy that doesn't go to church, a casual guy who lives anyhow in the street can never marry you. If he does, that marriage will be regrettable. Because a guy that doesn't fear God will not listen to anybody, will not take counsel, will not take advice, does not have authority over him. He will never make a good husband. He will do as he wants. One day he will throw you out of the house without any consideration, without any thinking about it, because that is who he is. He doesn't have it. You can't give what you don't have. Mark my word, if you want to marry somebody, that's why it's always good to look out for these things I'm talking about. Look for a guy that has the fear of God in him. If someone can fear God, that person can also respect men. Because there are men that God works with. There are men that God has ordained. There are men that God has called to supersede or to intercede in situations like this. So if a guy is a casual guy, he doesn't go to church, or he goes to church once in a while, there's no commitment in the things of God, he doesn't believe in tithe and offering, he doesn't believe in giving, he doesn't believe in serving in the church, he doesn't believe in, or maybe he's a Muslim, he doesn't do the things of the Muslims, there's no commitment in that area, trust me, he can't be committed to you in the marriage. Number two is a hard-working guy. And when I mean hard-working, I'm not talking about someone who's pushing barrow, who is digging ditches and working in the gutters. No, I'm talking about somebody who understands what hard work is, who put in effort to make ends meet genuinely and legally. Someone who's willing to do things, to sacrifice things for the family. Somebody who's willing to go out and labor, or who is willing to go to work, who is willing to do a business, who is willing to do something. Trust me, a hustler. What is a hustler? A hustler is somebody who, today I am selling car, tomorrow I'm selling shoe, next tomorrow I'm selling black market fuel, next Thursday I am doing something in Ushodi, this one I'm doing something in Alaba. There's no stability, there is no direction, there is no, just up and down. That person can never make a good husband, because at a point in your marriage, those things will begin to reflect. You see that hustlers are not stable. You can go out on no show, you will not make anything. But somebody who is dedicated to a starting business, who knows his business, who have a job, is going to job every day or every time. He can be working remotely, it doesn't matter. He can be working from house, but as long as he's dedicated and focused on that particular job, he will make a good husband because you'll be provided for. Family is about expenses, and most of these expenses are on top of men's head. Women rarely spend their money. Women are always dependent on men, and that is how Bible has made it. That is how God has created women. Women are the weaker vessels in many aspects, and financially too. Men are supposed to lead in their homes. So these are the two things you should look out for in men. There are other things you can look out for, but these two, mark it. A man that does not fear God, that does not commit in the things of God, that have a kind of free lifestyle, that does not send anybody lifestyle, a man that is doing anything that he likes without considering anybody, a man that does not take counsel, a man that does not take advice, can never make a good husband. And a hustler, number two, is somebody who is hustling. I'm doing this today, tomorrow I'm selling car, tomorrow I'm selling shoe, next tomorrow I'm selling clothes, I am doing this, I'm doing also here. Trust me, it will cause problem in your marriage. If you eventually marry that person, it will not work out. So these two for today. Next time I'm going to share more tips, people that you should watch out for. So let's turn into the woman's side. When it comes to marriage, women play a bigger role. In fact, women, they are the custodian. When I got married, that's what they told me. Your wife is the custodian of your marriage, which means the marriage works out or it didn't work out, your wife plays a major role in it. So selecting a wife is critical. Selecting a woman is difficult because many people are being lost. I've seen a lot of guys at their late 30s, at their 40s, they are still making the same mistake, thinking that the beauty of a woman is what will, because you want your wife to be presentable, or your wife is educated, she has masters in philosophy, she's educated, she's schooled in Harvard. My brother, marriage is different from money, education, beauty, shape. Number one thing you should look out for in a woman, number one, is a woman who is not ready to sacrifice anything for you. When I was dating my wife, I tested her in many ways, and one of the things I tested her is, will she be there for me if I am down? That was the time I was okay when I got married. I was very young, but I was doing well. I'm at my age, my late 20s, I was doing well. At my age, my mates wasn't. Some of them have not gotten to my level. I was doing well, but my wife, I tested her. She was also a very young girl then, and I tested her with some things like sacrifices she can make for me. And she sacrificed a lot of things for me, which so many people did not do. So many people that were older than her, so many people that were more educated than her, they were more looking good than her and everything, they didn't do it. And I know myself very well. So I said to myself, this girl that sacrificed these things for me can actually be my wife. Marriage is not a roller coaster, mind you. Marriage, there's going to be trouble, there's going to be fights, there's going to be arguments, there's going to be a lot of things in the marriage. But bear it in mind that if you marry someone who cannot sacrifice anything for you, the person will leave you before you even know it. The person will run away in hard times. So look out for those ladies that are always they don't consider you. They tell you, it's your responsibility. Now you're a man, she has money, you're struggling, she can't sacrifice. She tell you, this and that. These ladies will not work out in marriage. They will not. And number two of these ladies you should look out for is materialistic girls, materialistic women. A woman that wants to be on top of the game, a woman that wants to look like Beyonce, a woman that wants to follow the trend can never make a good wife. A woman that wants to shine, she wants to look, she's shining. You are dating her, she's wearing hair of 200,000 on your account. You're dating her, she wants to use a phone of 1 million naira on your account, or maybe on her own account. She wants to drive a car before she get married. What kind of a lady is that? A lady can be rich, but trust me, when a lady begins to become materialistic, men begin to run away, men begin to get scared, men begin to think. Because if a woman, women, they are very powerful. Women are the most powerful people you can ever think of in your life. So dating a lady should be a test for you and her. A woman is telling you she wants a hair of 150,000, a hair of 200,000, just dating. How much is her bride price? You don't have a house. You have not built your own house. You have not bought your own land. A woman is telling you she wants to buy a phone of 300,000. She wants to buy a phone of 500,000. She wants to buy a cloth of 200,000, 150k. They are doing a shebi 70k. She wants to buy. They go to wedding. She wants to look like she's governor's daughter. Those kinds of girls will ruin your life. They are not wife material. A wife material will live life according to the standard of where her money reaches. A wife material will always consider the guy in question, if her life, if the guy is also going to survive with all these expenses. A wife material will always say no to things that will cost you more, because they are looking at the future. The wife material will tell you, don't buy that phone for me, I don't need it, because we are looking at the future. Because see, a woman that wants to settle down will fight to settle down first before anything. Yes. That's why they say a woman is the homemaker and they are also the home breakers. If you see a family that is successful, that's gloriously doing good, it's because of the woman there. The woman there planted and groomed his own family. Like the Bible said, a wise woman builds her home, while the stupid ones destroy it and scatter it by themselves because of their demands, their actions, their behavior. The things what they are doing is unacceptable. Look around you. I have a lot of experiences that I can share in this video, but time constraints will not allow me, because a woman, a good woman, is not easy to find. They might be the ones looking more ugly. Your wife, you might have seen a good wife severally, and you look past and say, this kind girl, what kind of ugly girl? This girl is not. Look at the kind of hair. She's not even fixing hair. She's not even doing makeup. Look at the kind of clothes she's wearing. Well, let me tell you, marriage is not a fashion show. Marriage is not a beauty pageant. Marriage is not a university. It's not. When I mean university, I mean it's not a degree freaking business. Your wife can be educated. There are ladies that are educated. They are very nice. They are good people. They are good people. They are educated. But you can see that they are wife material. They are very, very dedicated. They are very, very serious about making things happen in their family. And there are those that are educated too. They are looking down on guys. This one, does he have a car? What does he do? Where does he live? Do you understand? What does he have? What does he do? Who is he? Who is his father? What does he? I believe this guy is poor. Those are the kinds of girls you should avoid. So because of time, I'm going to do this part 2 of this video maybe by Monday, so that we can talk more on this issue. Guys, this is a very interesting topic, and I will pick it up from next week so that we can talk more. The part 2 of it is coming, so that I can still tell you more of, because I'm married, and I can tell you categorically experience I have had in marriage that is not what so many people think. I've seen guys, they are still looking at girls because of their shape, because of the way they do, because of the way they are trying to look, because of everything. They are educated and they are this and they are that. It won't help you. So that's all I have for you in this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you. Bye.